So we've just completed our outline drawing where you are using your eyes to follow around your shape and then record it using just a simple outline. You're not recording any inside details. So just as if you were tracing it, but you should not be tracing it. You're just using your eyes and your pencil. Next I'm going to do is called a blind contour drawing. A blind contour, so here's an example of somebody who drew a purse, the outline of a purse. The next one is called a blind contour. It's called a blind contour because you are drawing blind, meaning you are not actually looking at the paper. The goal of this exercise is not to create a drawing that looks accurate necessarily, but a drawing where you are fully exploring the object without any obligation to what it looks like on the paper. This exercise can also help improve your hand-eye coordination. Oftentimes when we draw what we think something should look like instead of what it really looks like because we're so busy looking at the paper and we're often caught up in our own heads. And doing these exercises can help improve your drawing. That's the best way to get better at drawing is to practice, practice, practice. Eventually, we'll be doing a regular contour drawing. Today, we're going to continue with our natural objects. I think those are a good start because they're a little bit more simple than something that has many more lines and geometric shapes. So I'm going to go with my shell. As I do my blind contour, I'm going to just look at my object. I'm not going to look at my paper, and I'm going to allow my eye to move in and around the object. So the goal of contour line is to not go back and change your lines and erase lots of things. It's just very slow, continuous, investigating line work. Okay. I'm obviously going to be showing you what I'm doing on the page. Let's see, I'm going to put this here because I'm a lefty. So I'm also going to use this. I call this my blinder. So you can use like a paper clip or something to make a hole in it. Let's see, I've got a sharp pointy tool here. I have a clay tool. So I'm going to make a little hole in it. You don't have to use a blinder, but if you feel like you're going to be tempted to look at the paper, you might want to use this, okay, as you are drawing. So I guess I want you guys to see what I'm doing, so I probably should remove the blinder, but as I'm drawing, I would normally use this in my own practice, but as I want you guys to be able to see the drawing, I think I'm going to take this off, okay, since I am recording a video. So I'm going to try not to be focused on what's on the paper. I'm focusing on the object right now, not looking at the paper. So I'm going to start out, I'm just fully looking at the shell. I'm moving up the shell, up the back side of it, and I come to this point. So I'm going to bring my pen up, and I'm going to kind of move into the piece. I'm trying to create these little points on the shell. And then paying attention to how the shell moves down. And then I'm going to have to come back and do the back of the shell. So you decide when to lift up your pen or your pencil, and you can kind of come back to where you need to go. So if I need to come back over here, I'm just going to lift up my pen and hope that it ends up in the right spot. And then I'm going to start recording the inside shapes that I see on the shell. Again, there's no obligation for things to end up in the right spot. This exercise is really about encouraging that connection between your hand and your eyes and helping to increase your accuracy. And now I'm on the second little circle. And then I'm going to come to the little point. I can lift up my hand, and now I can look at my drawing, which clearly is not lining up, and that's okay. I think we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to make things look 100% perfect. And blind contour, it's not about perfection, and you might laugh at what you made, and that's okay. As you can see here, These are some hand drawings by some students. Here's a outline drawing. Here is a blind. Here is a regular contour drawing, okay? So the focus is much more on accuracy when you get to the regular contour, which is what we'll do in the next video.